What's the deal? What's going on? Hey, you know what I'm hearing right now? Word for the day is forever led by spirit, bruh. Today, you are all that you need in this life in alignment. What does that mean? You are all that is required to evolve in spirit. As long as you're pursuing your spiritual identity, you cannot lose. Follow your spirit because that is all you need to return to entirety, to return to fullness, to become whole. All you need is what's already within you. Choose yourself. You are all that you need in spirit. I'm saying this because we are entering a time where attention spans are becoming very low. Everybody has a shortened attention span and they're not fully aware of what they should be focused on. You are all that you need in alignment. Once you have your alignment on track, no train travels without tracks. You must first align yourself. Once you have found this alignment, you become all you need in spirit. Once you have chosen yourself, this is all the keys you need to unlock your best checkpoints. When you choose yourself, you limit the attachments in which you allow. All the plugins and different outlets that you're used to adapting to, or I use that word like a plug, an adapter, right? All of the attachments that you're used to, when you cut these cords and choose yourself, it may be difficult to go within and face your blankness, your stagnancy. But this is where God is found. This is where peace is fulfilled. It is within yourself. Nothing else happens without your filter system, how you are able to translate the things in which you experience. This happens through you, based on how you receive your environment, if that makes sense, okay? So you have to tune, filter, and process the information that you receive from all of your experiences. This is why it's so key for you to choose the right experiences to translate. You don't want to be receiving all different frequencies if you're vibrating on a certain channel, on a certain vibration. Not everything is going to be for your filtration system, if that makes sense. So I'm saying this message for you to understand who you are. It's like you must know thyself, know yourself. That way you can transfer these messages that you get from your encounters the best way, the purest way, the way that refines. I'm thinking about juice being squeezed through maybe like a mesh or something like that, right? A juicer. You release all the contents that your body is not going to fully use, or your body may not request all of the contents of the fruit, meaning the outside, the peel. When you put this fruit through a juicer, you're getting the contents that are going to best work for your machine, your body, your temple. Okay? So this is the same thing with life. You want to be filtering out what is not vibrating with your soul, with your spirit. This is the most key thing you can do for yourself, is trim the fat. Is trim the fat off the steak. I cut off the meat myself. I don't eat no meat myself. But I'm saying the best thing you can do is cut away the excess. Do the things in which only help you grow. You may not know what that fully is in the moment because it feels disruptive. But through the storm comes the best harvest. Through the rain. Things have cycles and seasons. So be accepting of the season you're in when you're on track towards the life you want to live. Deal with the hardships that you're presented with, because it's by no coincidence. It is by no coincidence that you're facing adversities for what you want for your own life. You have to walk that path. You can't walk in other people's shoes. Choose your own self in alignment. and it may get rocky, turbulent, and all types of different shit that you're not used to. Lions and tigers and bears in the wilderness. But the thing is, when you choose yourself, you're showing the Creator the highest frequency. You're showing light that you're not afraid of the dark. And when light knows you're not afraid, that's when the light grows and you become more confident within your decisions and everything that you're battling, that you're facing. I know it gets difficult, but once you make it through, it's like endless blessings, green pastures. You just lie down in it's like lying down in a meadow knowing you're safe. The vibrations are just going to be peak because you faced yourself. You are the greatest test by choosing what is for you. A lot of people just don't know what's for them. That's why they take longer to get to their thrones, to get to where they want to be, to get to their own rooms where they can enjoy their own company, if that makes sense. So choose yourself in this shit, because that's all you have at the end of the day. You are the filtration system in which all of your experiences occur. So you can experience something as dark, or you can take the light aspect of it, having gone through that experience, knowing that it won't affect you in ways that your darker side are fearful of. Fear is not real. Fear is not a real thing. Once you make it through this aspect or lens of being fearful, you realize it's only a perception, it's only a lens. Once you be able to see from a higher perspective, a higher frequency, none of that shit will get to you. It's like growing out of being fearful of the dark. Being fearful, I was terrified of that nigga, the leprechaun, when I was much younger. Chucky, different horror films. Then you realize it's all cinematic. It's cinema. It's not your reality, bruh. So once you overcome these hurdles, you are all that you need in spirit. Align your own spirit, and you will see that you are a limitless being, capable of doing anything you truly want and set your mind out to do. When they say chase your dreams, it's because they're achievable, bruh. Chase your dreams, but also allow them to be attracted to you. Once you vibrate in that frequency, you become a magnet for all your dreams, hopes, and desires. Dreams, hopes, and desires. You become that magnet once you choose yourself. You feel me? I had to walk the darkest path. Fear no evil through the valley of darkness, the shadows of death. You could be feeling like all the shadows are just on your tail, really on your ass, trying to pull you towards that because you have no acceptance, you have no community. You may feel like you have no community, like you're all alone. We are never alone, bro. We are never alone. When you realize that you're never alone in this battle, in this test, this spiritual training ground, you will choose yourself more often and frequently to figure out who you truly are in this thing, in this test, in this trial and error period. Realize it's only a season when things get really tough. It's not going to last. Pain is temporary, but it's meant to teach you something. Maybe I'm not supposed to take this angle, this approach. Maybe that's not my approach for this season. Maybe right now is not the time to be doing different things. You know what I'm saying? You'll feel it. Life is a feeling process. You should train yourself to feel what's right and wrong. And that's the ultimate test, is determining what is right and wrong for you. What they eat ain't gonna make you shit. You may be a vegan, they might eat meat. Someone might invite you to dinner and say it's a barbecue and you don't eat no meat. You gotta be able to move through a room full of vultures and realize that what someone else does may not be your best interest. You feel what I'm trying to say? And tune your filter to experience what's the best process for you, because it's a process. You gotta make it through the swamp to get to the other side. You feel what I'm saying? That is more secure and fitting, suitable for you. It's not gonna be a match for everybody else, bruh. I just want you to understand that what's for you won't be for everybody. That's why we're individual beings having this unique experience. All right? So once you choose yourself, you are all that you need in spirit. How do you align your spirit? You do things you love through the challenges that may occur. You know what I'm saying? Not everything is easy, but what is worthwhile will be rewarding through the trials and errors. You feel what I'm trying to say? You will unlock chapters of yourself that you never thought existed by facing adversity. The adversities of self-discovery. All right, it's so real. You choose yourself, you evolve. You choose somebody else, you just take longer to get back to yourself. And the kingdom of heaven is within you. So there's not too much you have to do to be jumping out your tree trying to fit in and have all these attachments to return to you. You are all that you need, sis. You are all that you need, my boy. Once you choose yourself, so many doors begin to open, and you also cut off the things that no longer serve you, no longer align with your frequency, your energy, and where you are heading in this life. Because God has a beautiful expected end for your life, or finish line. Not an end, because we will go on. We will live on. We will live on as spiritual beings, those who choose themselves and are confident enough to take that risk. It's risky out here, being distracted by everything under the sun. But when you choose yourself in alignment with the sun, you will become limitless. You'll become so unstoppable. And also a magnet. When people see you're confident within you, you become like a magnet, bro. You attract what you truly want and what is for you to experience, for real. All right. I hope that was a message. I hope that really helped you out, bro. And give it time. Give it time. Not everything must be rushed. You feel what I'm saying? We can learn that through nature. Not everything has to be so rushed. Give things time. Nature shows us that in every way. If you study nature and look into nature, slow down. Flowers take time to bloom. Coconuts take years to blossom. You feel what I'm saying? And as human beings, we're meant to learn from these lower, so-called lower aspects of life. When it's all one thing, it's all in unison. So all your experiences come together. Those who love God, those who love creation, those who appreciate light. And only those who go through the darkness will truly appreciate the value of being able to see. And sometimes developing a lens, a true vision, may take longer than what you anticipate. Because on average these days, people don't want the process. They want quick rewards, the dopamine rush. But if you pace yourself through this shit, you will see that it's all working in your favor. The light and the dark are duality. It's like yin and yang. Okay? Up, down, push, pull, in, out, hot, cold, boy, girl, sun, moon, in and out. Like, the whole universe works together. All right? The whole universe works together in your favor once you choose yourself. Duality. Not all things are going to be just good, and not all things are really bad, bro. It's based on how you see and what you're able to take away from this lesson. All right? Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next video. Put yourself first. Not an ego. It's not a selfish thing. It's having a denominator that you can turn back to that won't go away. Trust in yourself. Like, that's the underlying brick, is you. No one's coming to take that away. All right? As opposed to walking in somebody else's shoes. Their shoelace might untie because you're not used to tying that shoe. It's not yours in the first place. Once you get your knot down, boom. Rabbit ears, boom. It's tied. You're good to go. All right? No slippage. You got a clear stride, and you headed towards your real, true life that you're meant to be living. All right? Through the scramble, I hope I got the message through. I think it was all right. Tune in, tap in. I love you. And I will catch y'all in the next message. Peace. Light, love, and war as well. The war within. You already won. You choose yourself, you already won the war. Peace.